Hey, Mount Hood Territory, we are outdoors today, but I can't tell you where. That's a secret. That'll come in a little later. But it's National Drink Beer Day today. It's a good thing to celebrate. I enjoy it. But why not drink beer in something more than just an anonymous, cheap little glass? How about something special, a craft beer in a craft glass? That's why I'm joined by Nick Ramirez. He is one of the co-founders of North Drinkware. You may have heard about them. They exploded on the scene about a year and a half ago and have been doing amazing stuff since. Nick, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having us today.
This is awesome. Not only is the glass awesome, but the promotion we've got coming up, we're going to talk about in a minute, is really cool. But first, tell us how this whole thing with putting Mount Hood in the bottom of a glass even came about.
Yeah, sure. Matt Capozzi, my co-founder, and I, we go back a long way. We both have worked in product design, and so about 2 years ago, we were at a bar having a beer one day, drinking a locally made Oregon craft beer.
Got to be local. I like that. See,
and we were talking about the fact that whenever we drink beer, it's always out of some anonymously produced, probably overseas glass that wasn't very interesting and didn't really match with the beers that we were drinking that have so much care and consideration put into them. So we were shooting ideas back and forth. One thing led to another. We eventually came up with the idea of a locally produced hand-blown glass, and with a mountain in the bottom, and for us being Portlanders, Mount Hood was the obvious choice.
I mean, this thing is amazing. You know, Casey, I mean, if you kind of zoom in on this, you'll see that, I mean, this actually, you know, is just like Mount Hood. You can see it from all different directions. It looks different from where you're coming at about. So, I mean, how did you guys do that? Because, I mean, putting a mountain in glass is, A, pretty darn unique, but B, how do you actually do such a thing?
Yeah, so there were definitely some manufacturing things that we had to figure out in making a glass that has a mountain in the bottom of it. It wasn't in the wheelhouse of the typical glass blowing process, so we had to sort of figure out some unique manufacturing things. But for the mountain itself, we used data from the U.S. Geological Survey of the mountain. So this is actual 3D data that we machine into the mold the glass gets blown into. So this is the same exact shape as Mount Hood itself. It's not an artist representation. And
then you mentioned this. I mean, this is all done locally. I mean, so I mean, if you're going to be, you know, having local beer, why not put it in something that is locally and shows as much consideration as the beer that you've had?
Exactly. Everything about North Drinkware is done locally in or very close to Portland. We make the glasses here. We do the packaging here. The packaging is made here. The glasses are shipped from Portland. Our company is based here, obviously, and so as much as we can, we use local partners.
And one of the cool things about this is when you guys first came out on the scene, it was just, you know, a Kickstarter. I remember the Kickstarter coming out because we actually helped share it out there because we were excited about the product, but you guys just exploded. It went even bigger, more than you could imagine.
Yeah, it was surprising, and it was bigger than we had imagined. When we first started, our goal was to raise $15,000, which would have been awesome if we had raised just that amount. That would have helped us get up and going with manufacturing and building a small business, but we had worked really hard to try to be very professional about the way we set everything up, and our efforts paid off, and we were funded within 4 hours of launching.
Wow. That's okay. 4 hours, $15,000 in 4 hours is pretty darn impressive.
Yeah, it was awesome.
What did you end up with at the end of the whole run?
By the end of about 30 days, we had raised over $500,000.
Holy cow!
And sold about 13,000 glasses.
That's a good 30 days. That's a good month.
Yeah,
I would like to come up with a way to do that myself someday. So, I mean, now that you guys have been up and running for a while, I mean, these things are selling really well. How do people get their hands on them?
Yeah, so we now offer the Oregon pint. We also offer a tumbler version of that, and then we have a Washington glass and a California glass for anybody who has connections.
They're awesome, really cool. I don't mean to denigrate. It's a really cool product, but Mount Hood is cooler.
Yeah, and you can find them on northdrinkware.com. All of our products are available to shop for right there. We also have a handful of retailers. Our best partner in retail is Made Here PDX, which is in downtown Portland. They stock all of our products.
And they retail for $45 each, right?
Yep, $45.
And which is actually a really good price when you consider, I mean, this isn't just some cheap glass. This is good, solid, quality stuff here. Again, handmade. So, I mean, you're not getting some mass-produced thing. This thing is handmade by an artist somewhere in Portland. So, I mean, you're getting, you know, quality and character that is just as much in your glass as in the beer that you're enjoying.
Yeah, each glass is individually made by a glass-blowing artisan. They make a living wage, and they make them one at a time. So.
Now, let's just say you want to get your hands on one of these, but you maybe want to do it for free. We have a way to do that. Mount Hood Territory has teamed up with North Drinkware for a bit of a scavenger hunt. That's why I couldn't tell you where we were at the beginning of this. We are somewhere outdoors, obviously. It's a very beautiful area. We're in maybe a forest that maybe teaches how forests live. We'll make it that, you know, that's probably kind of too specific, actually. But there's several of those, so you got to figure out where we're going to have these hidden. Now, I didn't actually hide the glasses because that'd be silly, and I'm not. Well, I am, but I'm not that silly. We've actually got a certificate hidden somewhere out here where you can find that. And when you find that, take a selfie with yourself and the certificate using our OMHT hashtag, tag Mount Hood Territory, tag North Drinkware on social channels. We'll reach out to you and let you know how you can redeem your set of Oregon pint glasses. It's a chance to get them for free, but you got to explore Mount Hood Territory. It's hidden somewhere in Clackamas County. Like I said, Mount Hood Territory. You got to get out and explore. We'll have hints as we get more specific. If you haven't found them, look for it on our blog, mounthoodterritory.com/blog. You'll see the link there. We'll have hints for these glasses. We're going to be here at this forest-like area somewhere this week. Next week we'll be at another location. But until then, keep searching and keep checking back for hints at mounthoodterritory.com/blog. Nick, thanks for coming out and joining us.
Thank you very
Thanks
much
for the partnership. This is
Yep.
going to be awesome. I'm going to go enjoy National Drink Beer Day with my North Drinkware glass. Hope you guys do the same, and hope you find our North Drinkware glass somewhere in Mount Hood Territory. So until then, we'll see you guys next week.
Cheers.